So welcome to class. Have a chair that's got no sort of arms on it. That way you can move around the chair. Have your feet firmly on the floor. We call it the earth. And then you can sit back in your chair with the hands in your lap for a moment. We're going to just lengthen through our spine and feel as though we're being drawn up through the crown of our head. So our body is really opening up so that we can start to feel that energy beginning to move. When we slouch, the energy sort of can't move. So we want to feel as though we've opened ourselves up. And if we close the eyes, we're going to tune into this wonderful breath that we have just going on naturally in the background all the time. We really don't take too much notice of. So I'd like you to just connect with that breath by seeing where it's moving in your body. Seeing how well it's flowing in and out. And just check in with the speed of the breath. It does change with the practice. So we're going to have the eyes closed at this stage. We're going to bring the hands into fists, but keep the thumbs out. And the fist is really a gentle fist. And then you're going to bring them onto your chest. We're going to get these lungs opening up by moving the arms and opening our body. Okay, so we breathe in and out through the nose for this. So on the in-breath, take the arms out in a big arc, maybe feeling the stretch through the chest. We pause here in between the breath, and then we bring the fists back to the chest on our out breath. So you have this feeling of all the air coming out of the lungs. So off you go, the in-breath, we open the arms, feel the stretch through the chest, maybe down into the arms. And then when you're out breath, gradually, slowly bring the hands, those fists back to the chest. So I'd like you to do this now at the speed of your own breath. On the in-breath, just feel as though you're inviting energy in the body. And on the out-breath, you're releasing any tiredness, any sort of lethargy, any kind of exhaustion. So finish the round you're currently on, and then we'll do one more to finish the practice. When you completely finish, bring the hands back into your lap. Keep the eyes closed for 1 second longer. We'll just check in with how we're feeling in the body. Maybe we've got some energetic movement. Okay, so opening the eyes, and now we're going to sit up. So we just come away from the back of the chair. Maybe shimmy forward a little bit so we don't get distracted and want to sort of lean back. So we're going to have that nice long spine. We're going to come into our wake up. routine, we're going to breathe in through the nose, and this is breathing out through the mouth. Okay, so underneath the collarbone bones, you're going to tap or you can massage, and just naturally breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. So any feeling of exhaustion or tiredness can come out on the out breath. Just getting it away, and then up and down the sternum. So we're tapping on several meridian points here, inviting the energy to start moving through our body. And then underneath the arms, or you can do one arm if you've got an injury to a shoulder, doesn't matter. The last tap is under the eyes, but you can also go around the eye bones if you wish. Then you incorporate a few more meridians as you do that. Lovely. And then let's shake the hands off. And then we're going to take one hand to the opposite shoulder. We're going to squeeze that muscle. Then we're going to squeeze, smooth across to the other hip and flick off. Squeeze, that's bit. Smooth and flick. Got it. Squeeze, smooth and flick. This is getting our energies to move across our body. They need to move up and down, they need to move across, and they need to move forward. Make sure we've got all that energy we need. Let's do one more round. Okay, and then we're going to bring the hands in front of the hips. This is called the zip up. We're going to hold all this energy in now. So on your in-breath, we draw up the center line of the body like you're zipping it in. And on the out-breath, we let that go out into your field. That's our sort of energetic field. We're going to do 3. You can take the middle finger at your belly button, whoops, and the other one at your third eye, push in, hook up, or just use your palms across those 2 points, and 3 breaths here. Just hooking all the energies together. When you're finished, just shake those fingers off again. Fabulous. A good way of releasing energy through our body is to also shake our spine, get our spine moving. So what we would do is we'd dangle the arms, then you want to feel as though you're moving like a snake up your spine, okay? So it's almost like the shoulders go in one direction, the hips go in the other, and you just start to like move from side to side. So it's as though someone's sort of moving you from side to side, and you can get the head going. But if it makes you feel dizzy, then don't. But you're just trying to sort of snake up the spine, whatever way sort of feels right. But it's a sort of a sideways kind of movement. And the more you do it, you have to concentrate. The more energy you release. Right, come to a stop. Bring the hands back in the lap. And close the eyes if you wish, and just see if that's shifted anything. How the body feels. Brilliant. Okay, opening the eyes. We're going to start with our left leg. So with a nice long spine, and feeling as though you're engaging around all of your waist, your core, you're going to lift that left leg just as high as you want. You're going to push the heel to me and tuck the toes to you. Then we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to take the toes to me and stretch out through the ankle. Let's do that once more. So heel to me. And then the toes to me. And then we're just going to circle. Nice and slow. I'm going to go in both directions. It's about 3 in each direction, just slow. Lovely. And I'm going to bring that leg down. We're going to go to the other one. So make sure you've got a nice long spine. Lift that leg up. Heel to me, toes to you. And then toes to me. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then heel to me. And the toes. And then we'll circle. Keep mobility going through that ankle. In the other direction. Great, and then bring that foot down. So from here, we're going to just come up onto our toes and feel the calves engage. So the backs of the lower legs, they should tighten. So bring the heels back down, and we're going to lift up again. So when we do this, when we activate the leg muscles, that helps to get the blood circulating around the body. So lift the heels, feel the calf muscles engage. Lovely. Heels down. We'll do 2 more. So up we come. Just feel them wake up. Heels down. Last one, up we come. Onto the toes. And then bring that down. Okay. We're going to take the hands into fists, and we're just going to tap all around the thigh. So on the outside, inside, and the whole of the thigh. Either in tune or opposite. I tend to go opposite, I don't know why. Again, when we tap around our body, we tap into those meridians so we get. And then the next one we're going to do is up one arm. So take your left arm and you're going to tap with your fist gently up the inside, around the shoulder and down the outside. I'm just going to keep doing that. Next time you come down the outside, we're going to switch hands. So we're going to come up the inside, down the outside. Good tap around the shoulder. Lovely. We'll do one more round. Yeah. And then shake off the fingers in all directions. So wrist just round in a circle, backwards and forwards, side to side. All these little things get the energy moving in the body. And to the side. Round. Excellent. All right, now bring those hands down. Oh, that's made them feel zingy. That's woken them up. Okay, so we're going to come in for a twist. So we're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left leg. We're going to push the heel of the other hand away, follow it with the eyes, come into your twist. So either holding on to the top of the chair or lower, or you can bring that hand into the lower back, entirely up to you. But you're thinking a lengthening spine all the time and a little peek round with the eyes. Get those eye muscles stretching out. Slowly bring those hands back, and then we're going to switch legs up. So other hand, other leg, heel of the hand, push away, round we come. Do the same hold as you did on the other side. We also want the body to feel balanced in left, right side. Round with the eyes. Sit nice and tall. And slowly come back. So we're going to carry on working into that spine. We're going to do our cat-cow. So our hands on the legs. On the in-breath, we're going to tip the hips forward, lift the chest, feel into the lower back a tiny bit. On your out-breath, tuck the belly, tuck the chin, lean back in towards your chair. Do you feel all the air coming out of the lungs? So do this in your own time with your breath. So the in-breath, you're opening the lungs, lengthening. And on the out-breath, we're squeezing, we're condensing. Just feel as though you're working into that spine. Finish the one you're on, and then we'll do one more. And come back to center. Lovely. So we'll move on, excuse me, to the shoulders. We'll do our shoulder flow, but the first one we'll do slowly, we'll hold it, and then we'll work with the breath. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring the arms up like we're singing, bring them out to the side, open up through the chest. So although we're moving the arms, we're actually working into, the whole of this upper body. Now we're going to swing the arms forward and interlace the fingers. You're going to turn the palms to me, and then you're going to push. So you might find the chin goes down a bit, and you want to feel that opening through the shoulder blades. Now I'm going to bring the arms above the head and see how far they'll go back. Obviously, that'll be different for each one of us, depending on our shoulders. And then bring the hands behind the head. Tuck the elbows into the nose and take the nose and the elbows upwards. Supporting the head with the hands. So let's bring the head back, release the hands, and they're going to hold on to the back of the chair as low as you can sort of get them. I'm going to roll the shoulders back and then lift that chest. So you feel the shoulder blades want to come together. Slowly release. Then we're going to bring the arms above the head with the palms coming together. We've still got that backward movement with the arms. And then we'll bring them down. So this time we'll go through and try and work with the breath. So be a little bit faster. So in breath, take the arms out. The out breath, the hands swing forward. We interlace the fingers. On your in breath, you push the palms forward. On the out breath, you release. In breath, the arms come above the head. And the out breath, the hands come behind the head, the elbows tuck in. In breath, elbows and nose up. The out breath, we come back. Take the hands onto the chair. The in breath, we lift the chest, shoulder blades together. The out breath, we release. Next in breath, the arms come above the head. And the out breath, the hands come to the heart. So you'd have to sort of work that with your own breath, because we all breathe at a slightly different kind of rate, really. Okay, bring the hands onto the thighs. We're going to work through the neck. So we've gone from the feet upwards today. So we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, and we're going to focus on our nose, and we're going to make big circles with the nose. Okay, so just be careful of your neck. So any direction, but you're going to do 3 in that same direction. making or drawing a big circle with the nose. Only goes deep into your neck as it feels okay to do so. When you've done 3 in one direction, you can switch to the other. You may already have done that. And then when you're completely finished, just leave the chin towards the chest. Use a couple of breaths here, especially the in-breath, to feel as though you're lengthening the back of that neck, opening up through the top of the shoulders. Okay, I'm going to bring the head back up. All right, we're going to come back down to the legs. We're going to need to get the hands sort of out of the way because we're going to move through these knees. Nice long spine, as though your core is helping you to do the work. And we're going to lift the leg in and out. So as I've done that, we're going to start with the right leg. So we're just going to lift and come out, and then lift and come back. Okay, wherever you can get to. If you need to hold the chair, you can hold the chair. Doesn't matter, because you're still working into the thigh and into the hip. Brilliant. Okay, just check where we are on our seat, and then we're going to go for the other side. Nice long spine. So you're stepping over a ball. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to take these feet nice and wide. You might need to come forward a little bit on your chair. We're going to bring the hands onto the thighs, and we're going to cross this energy over our body again. So we're going to in-breath here, and on the out-breath, we're going to take the left shoulder over to the right knee, look behind. The in-breath, we're going to come back up, and then we're going to switch to the other side, so right shoulder to that knee. And just work it with your breath. So it's a twist, a turn, a look behind. Let's do one more round, making sure we finish on even numbered side. Lovely. So from here, we're going to rise up onto the toes. So I want you to feel into the calves again. It'll be slightly different because we've got wide feet. But see if you can activate the calves again. Again, that's all this, getting this energy to rise up through the body, and then bring the heels down. So onto the toes, come up, get these calf muscles working, and then come down. And then come up. And then come up. One more. Nice long spine. and then bring them down. So we'll put them in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tap the heels into the floor. So I tend to do it like one at a time. So if I turn them aside, I do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But you can do both. Just depends what your body and your brain finds a natural thing to do. So you can do either. But you're just trying to tap your heels into the floor as much as you can. Yeah, you might need to adjust your seat. So again, we're just shaking up the body to get the energy moving. You can do this standing as well. In EMYoga, we use it as a way to release stuck sort of emotions, trauma, that kind of thing in the body. But, you know, all these emotions hold down our energy. So however we look at it, it's always going to be good. All right. Whew, that's quite tiring, actually. I'll do it that way as well. Okay, come to a stop. Oh, just feel into the body. I can feel that energy coming right up my legs. Okay. So if you have a lot of thoughts in your head and you can't settle, a nice way of being able to shift the thoughts is to just tap all over your head. Because we think of our thoughts as just in our head, but actually they're all sort of like here. They're all around our head as well. And when we start to tap over our head, we interrupt the thoughts. So it's a bit like when we do our thought field tapping, it just interrupts the thoughts. So it helps to calm you down. So if we just start to tap all over the head, it also taps into the neurovascular points on the head, but I won't go into that. But behind the back of the ears, down towards the neck. Now to soften the muscles. This is good if you've got a headache coming. Obviously not if it's too intense, because that can be awful. But if you feel as though you've got one of those headaches and your head's tightening up, sort of vice-like ones, sometimes this can just be enough to get it to disappear. But this is fabulous. And again, it's every time you tap, it's bringing blood flow to the head. Right, so finish there and close the eyes or bring the hands out of the lap and see how that feels. It's nice to just close the eyes and feel into it, otherwise we don't always know what the benefit might be. Okay, opening the eyes. We haven't done any side bending, have we? So make sure those feet are on the floor. Dangle the arms. And we're going to slide down towards our right. We're going to take the ear to the chin. A gentle hold on the chair as we glide ourselves over. You might find the neck is already pretty open. Let's just see. Let the arm and that head just sort of dangle. And when we come up, bring the head up last. Take the chin to the chest. And then bring it back up. And then we'll slide down the other side. Over we go. Just hanging out, as they say. Sliding our way back up, head last. Chin to the chest. And then bring the head back up. All right. One more round of this tapping around the arm. All those meridians. And then switch it up. You can do this tapping all over your body. People use pieces of bamboo, but this is kinder. Okay. All right, so let's sit ourselves back in our chair. What I'd like to do is bring one hand onto the heart, the other hand onto the belly, but make sure that, you know, the arms are in a position where you can just let them drop, that you haven't got any tension in them. Close the eyes. Let's just feel into our body. What has that movement, tapping, twisting, stretching done? The hope is that we've come alive a little bit more. Now I'd like you to feel back into that breath that we noticed back at the beginning. Here I'd like you to notice which hand moves first and your in-breath. It's only going to be a split second, one in front of the other. It's valuable to note. So whichever hand moves first, I'd like you to work towards getting the hand at the belly to move first. At the beginning, that's not always an easy thing to achieve, but just stick with it, work into it. If you can get the breath to start at the belly, you'll oxygenate the body better because the air gets drawn into the lungs better with the diaphragm. So that should bring more energy into the body just through the breath. So just see if you can get that breath moving slightly in the belly before the chest. So now let's bring the hands back into the fists that we had at the beginning with the thumbs sticking out at our chest. On an in-breath, take the arms, swing them out, open the chest. Holding in the pause on your out-breath, bring the arms back. You might find that the breath has got longer. You have the capacity to make the breath longer. Everything is calmer in our body when that is. The breath calms itself down and it does become longer. Keep going. For the last few, on your in-breath, think energy in. Tightness out. Or your word, your feeling for tiredness. Next time you bring the hands back to the chest, stay there. Bring the palms together now at your heart and we'll close our practice. Namaste. And open your eyes when you're ready.